Barbie became one of the fastest movies to ever reach $1 billion at the box office, taking only 17 days to reach the feat. Greta became the first female director whose movie grossed over $1 billion in the entire history of filmmaking. With all the success of the movie came a lot of criticism in how Barbie is anti-men and has ruined the true meaning of feminism. In today's video, we will be discussing how Barbie became such a global success and if it's true that Barbie was a man-hating, undeserving and a fake feminism-driven movie. The movie starts out with great humor but slowly transcends to be a preachy feminism-driven narrative that could get too hot to handle for few audiences. Whatever said and done, this movie did gross over $1 billion at the box office, meaning people did indeed like a lot of things. The movie is set in a Barbie world, of course. A movie run by females where men have menial jobs. This stereotypical Barbie, played by Margot Robbie, is living a perfectly perfect life surrounded by other Barbies and Kens who are nothing but supportive of each other no matter what. Everything is smooth as butter until she starts having thoughts of that and has a flat foot, which is a big no-no in the Barbie world. She realizes this is because there is a rift between her Barbie world and the real world. She has to then go to the real world to meet the girl who's been playing with her, that doesn't sound weird at all, and sort out this issue before she becomes a quote-unquote defective Barbie. The realization that the real world is completely different than the Barbie world, not everyone loves Barbie, and a bunch of guys from Mattel trying to get Barbie back inside a box is what the movie is all about, until it takes a side presented from a female's perspective where things can get really tricky and on the nose at times. Here's why I feel the movie was able to garner such huge box office numbers and people are having a love-hate relationship with this movie. Number 1. Short and funny. This movie is just 1 hour 54 minutes and someone just looking to have a great time at the theaters could definitely sit through a 2-hour long movie and have a laugh riot, making for a perfect one-time watch over the weekend. The gags are not always funny, but when it hits, it can get really hilarious as well. Sometimes it could get really slapsticky and on the face, but hey, if you're into it, the movie's gonna feel even better for you. Number 2. Nostalgia. People don't realize how much of an impact nostalgia could have for bringing people to theaters. Recent example of Top Gun Maverick and Mario doing so well at the box office are obvious results that point to just one direction. Nostalgia sells. And girls who played with Barbie surely must have had some personal connection with the movie, at least making it compelling enough for them to watch the movie. Number 3. Music and set pieces. Background score and music in this movie is really good. In addition to that, the grandeur pink sets that you see really elevates your experience and immerses you in the Barbie world. To top it off, we had Oppenheimer releasing the same day, creating such a massive euphoria of people going Barbenheimer, wearing pink in support of Barbie, making your entire theater experience unlike anything else that you've watched in recent years. Number 4. Barbie and Ken. Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling have been great and extraordinary as Barbie and Ken in this movie. Margot already looks so beautiful and is like a Barbie in real life, and Ryan Gosling proving that he's more than just a handsome action hero is something to watch out for. Number 5. Supporting cast. Now this is the tricky thing. Will Ferrell is a great actor. However, him and his so-called executives feel like they are part of the Barbie world, even though they are supposedly humans from the real world, and this thing might always bother you, as they are portrayed as nothing but anti-feminists with little or no common sense of what being sane is. This whole chase sequence with them gets so cartoonish that might be too cheesy to accept, but like I said, if you're in a Barbie world, you take whatever you can. That's it. The movie is not bad. This movie is for people who loved Barbie as a child, even if you didn't play with it, but want to watch something over the weekend without having to put much thought into it, unlike you know who I'm talking about. This movie is a great one-time watch. Don't even think for a second. This has great soundtrack, is funny, never gives a chance to get meta, and might be a little too much explaining towards last 30 minutes of the movie. There, I said it. I mean, I'm pretty sure guys can take well-made jokes on patriarchy, which by the way this movie does in a great way at times. However, once the point that you're trying to make is already shared across, repeat Repeating it, in my opinion, feels like spoon feeding at a point, which for me definitely lowers the importance than had it only been shared once. This is something that might have really bothered people because the ending of a movie really impacts how you felt about the movie, especially since our memory is not that great. Once we are done watching a movie, what is really fresh in our minds is the ending. And when you have enjoyed most of the movie but the ending feels a little on the nose and repetitive, it can definitely impact what you think about a movie once you are done watching it. Many people, when they watched Oppenheimer, thought it could do with a little less runtime since it was too long, but the ending of Oppenheimer was too open-ended and questioning the fate of humanity and what we have done with our own creation. That is something that really makes you think about the movie, but in a good way, because we are thinking what the ending could mean both for the movie and in our real life. However, with Barbie, you don't have to think a lot about what it could mean because the movie does that job of reminding you every now and then what exactly they mean, and they want you to keep remembering it and definitely don't want you to forget it. So let's say this again. How was Barbie? Barbie has great set pieces, but it's just that the executives are too dumb and cartoonish. That doesn't work. Let's do this again. Barbie is a hilarious movie. It's just that it can get too much on patriarchy, like it hates men or even the thought of them existing. Let's try again. Barbie is a great movie. It's just that the ending can be on your face, so be ready for that. You see, I'm repeating now about how Barbie is, and it can really get irritating at one point. You already got it how the movie is. Me repeating it is just gonna make things worse. When it comes to the big question, did Barbie ruin feminism? Nah, I don't think so. It's just a funny movie and we should leave it at that. It's a great visionary director sharing her view of the world as a female, along with the story of a Barbie and how silly some of the men can really get at times. Movies are art and people can explore both sides of it, as they rightly have in the past as well. That does not mean it gives us the right to point fingers in real life and blame that a movie is propagating against something that it might not even have intentions of doing in the first place. So I do want to say Barbie is a great movie, it's just the ending, but that's too much repetition. Let me give you another analogy. It's a warm sunny weekend, you're feeling well rested and motivated. You're thinking to clean your room as the good boy you are, but then your mom walks in and tells you to clean it. You were gonna do it anyway, but now that your mom has said it, you just don't want to do it. That's a weird analogy, not even related with Barbie. I just have to clean my room. You can watch this video on John Wick and how even through the years using similar fighting technique, the movie does not feel repetitive. Maybe that might help. Thanks a lot for watching the video. See you in the next one. Bye.